What's up, you bitches? How's it going? Today is a fucking exciting day, because we got a new Star Wars with fucking, you know, James Earl Jones. Or Mufasa, is best known. Anyway, today we're gonna be talking about fucking the last prequel and Force Awakens. Which is better? Well, watch the fucking video and find out. Okay, so the first thing I liked about Revenge of the Sith was the action. Because unlike most action movies, where everything is just shaky and you can't tell what the fuck's going on, you know, you can actually tell that, you know, a person and a cartoon are fighting. Second thing I like about Revenge of the Sith, in no particular order, is like the casting and characters. Now, before everyone gives me shit about Hayden Christensen, when he doesn't have to talk, he's fucking amazing. When he has to talk, yes, it's shit. But, I mean, Sam Jackson's in this movie, and Sam Jackson's a pretty good actor. What the fuck? Like, he doesn't give a good performance. Why does he get a pass and not, you know, Mr. Hayden Christensen over here? Fucking hell. Like, the casting of the Emperor, I think it's like the same guy. Like, the Emperor is fucking awesome. Like, just watch the movie. Like, he's the best part. You know, Ewan McGregor's pretty cool. And, yeah, that's it. Next thing. Third thing I like about it, the visuals. Like, you know, that shot of Anakin walking up to the Jedi Temple to kill a bunch of kids. I think it's one of the best shots I think I've ever seen on the big screen. And last but not least, the thing I liked about Revenge of the Sith was the fact that it was the only one that felt like the old ones. Like, it was the only prequel that didn't completely fuck it up. It was the only one. Like, the other two are so shit, I might have to do a video on which is worse. But, yeah, Revenge of the Sith is the only one that didn't completely fuck it up. It's the only one that George Lucas, you know, had his vision through beginning to end, and he didn't completely fuck it up for the rest of us. Things I hated about Revenge of the Sith. Number one, way too much CGI. I'm not the only person that's ever said this, but there's way too much CGI in the fucking prequels. Which is why I think a lot of people hated it, because, you know, it all looks fakey fake to the, you know, to everyone. It looks like a fucking cartoon. You know, it's like trying to be Roger Rabbit without being Roger Rabbit. Second thing I hate about it is the fucking bad writing. The fucking terrible writing. Like, fucking hell. Like, it kinda, this one kinda survives it, but, you know, the prequels are just horribly written. Like, what the fuck was going through George Lucas's mind when he wrote these? Like, yeah, I'm gonna make something for the fans, you know, just put in a bunch of political dialogue, bunch of bad love dialogue, and then boom, done, movie, fans will love it. Like, fucking hell, did he even go to film school? Like, I know he went to film school with, like, Francis Ford Coppola and shit, but did he even go? Did he even? I completely understand everyone's hatred for the dialogue in these prequels. They are fucking, it's fucking awful. Only some scenes manage to survive. And, to be honest, the lovey-dovey shit doesn't really bother me, because in this one, there isn't too much of it, and if it's the only prequel you watch, it helps you kind of understand what's going on. But for fuck's sake, like, George Lucas should have written at least more than one fucking draft of the goddamn script. You know, he should at least have spent less than, you know, more than a fucking weekend. Jesus Christ, what the fuck is wrong with him? What the fuck is wrong with you, George? This is why you lost the rights to Star Wars. Fucking hell. Fucking bad. They're so bad. It's like fucking 10-year-old me wrote it. It's bullshit. Like, who the fuck? Like, I mean, I know George surrounded himself with yes men because he didn't want, you know, people to be like, no. That's a horrible idea. But, like, there's a fucking clip of him and Steven Spielberg, like, on the set of Phantom Menace saying that it's gonna be great. Didn't Spielberg, like, look at the fucking script and be like, George, no. No. This is bad. This is a bad script. You know, I think there is a reason why, Steven Spielberg said this could have been the best movie ever made. So yeah, George, you betrayed us. How do you feel, cunt? Last thing. Yes, this last thing. It's so fucking minor, but it pisses me off so fucking much. Okay, I'm gonna show you an entire scene. Disney, please don't sue me. It's for educational purposes. I'm gonna show you this one scene, and I'm gonna tell you everything that's wrong with it.
What's going on here?
There's been a rebellion, sir. Don't worry, the situation is under control. I'm sorry, sir. It's time for you to leave.
And so it is.
Get him!
And we're back. How bad was that fucking scene? Seriously. Okay, you got fucking Leia's future dad going to the Jedi Temple for some fucking reason. I don't know. Maybe he was a firefighter. I don't fucking know. They don't even explain who the fuck he is in the movie. Anyway, so he goes to the Jedi Temple for some reason. The clones say, like, look, dude, there's been a fucking uprising with the Jedi, and he's just kind of like, okay. Then he goes back to his car, and then he sees this young Jedi attacking these clones. The clones shoot him. The clones shoot the Jedi, and he's like, no, how could you shoot the Jedi that just caused an uprising? Like, what the fuck was George thinking when he put that in? Like, didn't he have, like, 100% control? Like, if I was one of the producers and I looked at that scene, I'd be like, Georgie boy, what the fuck? Okay, you want an example of how I'd improve the scene? I'd have him go to the Jedi Temple, right? Keep that in there. Keep the nonsensical reason of him going to the temple. You know, he parks his car. Jedi runs out, says, yo, the clones are attacking us. Clones, like a bunch of clones come up, shoot him down. And then he says no and then drives off. Like, he saw the Jedi attacking the clones. And then the clones shoot him back. Like, what the fuck? Like, what do you think it was? A fucking drill? Okay, let's go to this movie now. Force Awakens, because why not? It's in the video. It's in the video. Anyway, the first thing I like about it is the use of practical effects, because, you know, I'm a huge fan of practical effects. The prequels had way too much CGI, even in this one. So, you know, seeing a bunch of practical stuff. Like, there's a little bit, like, there is some CGI in there, but the practical effects, you know, I just love practical effects. Number two is the characters, because, you know, both new and old, I think they're all interesting. You know, they're all interesting characters, they're all very well written. Number three is it felt like the old ones. Like, Revenge of the Sith was close, but, like, Episode 7 actually felt like it was a part of that. And the fourth thing I liked about it is the fact that everything was kind of kept mysterious and in the background. Like, cause you know, it makes it more interesting when the sequels come out. Like, you know, when the fuck are they gonna answer my questions? Damn it! Number one is it's pretty much a remake of A New Hope. Like the biggest comparison is, you know, everyone's looking for a droid with plans / map to something important, like blowing up the Death Star, finding Luke Skywalker. Also, you know, Han Solo is pretty much Obi-Wan. He's trying to teach, you know, Han Solo's teaching Rey about the Falcon and how to fly and shit. Fucking Obi-Wan was teaching Luke about the Force and everything. Maz and Kylo Ren. Why do I hate these characters? No reason. Like, I don't really have I don't hate them. It's just, the thing I don't like about him is Kylo Ren is way more whiny than Anakin Skywalker. Like, people have tried to argue that he's not. He fucking is. Like, at least with Anakin, it's like, my mom died in my arms. You know, that made me feel really bad, and my wife's possibly gonna die. Like, that to me is understandable, even if it's written horribly. Kylo Ren, even though he's written better, his whole thing is, I need to kill my daddy. And I need to become more powerful than fucking Darth Vader. Like, that is way more emo than Anakin. And then Maz, like, she didn't really have a purpose. Like, why the fuck did this new series of movies need a Yoda? Like, I mean, I didn't hate her or anything. It's just, why do they need a new Yoda? Like, what the fuck? Why couldn't it have been Ghost Yoda? I would have been happy with that. I mean, everyone would have complained, like, why the fuck is Ghost Yoda in that? But I would have been like, hey, you're making it more obvious that it's just the old ones again. Okay, third thing I don't like about it is, who is in control in this universe? Like, you know, there's like a resistance and then there's the First Order. But then there's the Republic that didn't even know about the First Order. So, like, who the fuck is in control here? Like, I've heard a couple people try and argue, like, the First Order is, but it's like, they secretly built a weapon from the Galactic Republic to fucking blow up everyone in their fucking way. Like, who the fuck is in control? Like, now it's the First Order, but who the fuck was in control at the beginning? Like, they said something about a resistance, but, like, you know, Leia's leading a new resistance, but a resistance from what? A bunch of fucking terrorists? Isn't that just called a fucking military army? Like, what the fuck? Fourth thing I don't like about Force Awakens, this is a big one. The backstory is way more interesting than the actual movie. Like, where did Rey come from and shit? That's way more interesting than anything we got. I mean, all we got was everyone looking for a droid. Like, why did Han, like, you know, the relationship between Han Solo, Leia, and their kid. What happened there? How did they fuck that one up? Why did Luke leave? I mean, you know, training new Jedi, one of the backstep, whatever, but that would have been, like, everything, like, all the backstory to this movie would have made a way more interesting movie than the movie we got. Like, for fuck's sake, J.J. Abrams, what were you thinking? I mean, I get it, you wanted to play it the safe side, but what the fuck were you thinking? Which one is better? Revenge of the Sith or The Force Awakens? It's basically, which one do you pick? Disney or George Lucas? It's a tricky one, because I do genuinely like both of these movies, but if you're gonna skip one, I'd say this one. I'd say Revenge of the Sith. Force Awakens is way better than Revenge of the Sith, no doubt.